Hey, podcast people. It's me, Alicia Nestor, and I'm here with a special feature, my friend, Alexis.
Cuevas.
I was like, you got your last name wrong. I'm sorry. But Alexis, hey, how you doing today?
Hi, guys. I'm pretty good.
How does it feel to you, to be on my podcast? Because you're like the first person that's on it.
I feel very special. I am very grateful for this. I didn't know I was the first one, but I feel very honored because, being the first is obviously the best. So it's like...
That's crazy because, I'm the first child, yet I'm not the favorite, so it's whatever. It's whatever.
Imagine.
But I've known Alexis for a while since I moved to Texas. I mean, I didn't know her. I just knew who she was, Becky Crockett. I thought she was a little popular girl because she had her little long hair and her nails. So, yeah, I thought that's who you were. But that's obviously not you. Sorry, that's obviously not who you are. I've gotten to know you since freshman year and this year, and you're actually really cool style. So if you want to explain that to, the audience.
Okay. So I've known Alicia since middle school. But for me, the fact that she thought I was Miss Popular was very, mind-blowing to me because in middle school, people did not like me. But the fact that, somebody, somewhat looked up to me was, crazy, and I didn't even notice it.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
It's because, I just moved. This is, me moving from Florida, and I didn't have any family or friends at all. And so, this is just how I saw people.
Yeah.
I was a kid, and we're all kids, 7th grade, so.
Yeah.
So, basically, when I invited you here for my podcast was, to talk about you, relationships, your daily life. And I'm pretty sure, if you guys didn't know, she is bisexual. And
yes.
Always, if you guys, if we ever have featured on my podcast, we don't have to disclose any information of your sexuality or anything. But she's okay with it.
I don't care. I'm bi.
So, anything you want to, tell us about relationships, anything?
Okay. So, let me start with the first thing that has changed for my relationships is that I've grown a lot. I've become more mature from my past relationships. My first relationship was with my ex of 3 years. So it's so since then I've grown a lot and I've learned. So honestly, if I were to give any piece of advice, it would be take things at your own pace and just listen to your heart.
Yeah. If
something tells you it's not good, then it's not. If it is, then it is. Also, to me, I've been grounded since 7th grade. So
wait, you have not been taken out of groundment, and you're still. Oh yeah, you told me because your mom is very strict with your phone and all that. It sucks.
She restricted it more. Anyway,
how do you? I'm sorry. You wanna explain that? How does she restrict it even more from what I've seen?
Let me explain. So I've been grounded since 7th grade. I was Miss Goody Two Shoes, Miss whatever everybody wanted me to be. And then finally I was just I'm tired of living in this statue of the shadow that people want me to be. So I just kind of decided to rebel and start doing whatever I want. So hence came the grounding. So
the parents think that's going to help us, but honestly grounding just makes you want to.
It really does.
Instead of actually trying to understand your kid, because obviously we're growing, we're not being the same person, we're getting older, so
exactly
parents need to just understand.
Yeah, and to be honest, when there's a will, there's a way, because I will find a way to do what I want. I'm very sneaky. I hide a lot of stuff. Well, I don't hide stuff anymore, but I used to. I've been pretty good.
You're working on yourself. It's okay. That's how we all are.
But on my phone, don't let your parents know this. But
I don't think they do, and I don't want them to.
Screen time. You can limit everything on screen time, and you can also restrict the type of music you listen to.
Really?
So she restricted types of music.
Okay, no, that's just terrible.
I'm are you for why? That bothered me the most. Okay, so I went to the Lil Uzis and stuff, and it's just
no, and she doesn't allow you to listen to that.
No.
What do you listen to? Gospel music? No, for real. What do you listen to?
There's some songs that aren't restricted, but I don't know.
Why don't you just download Spotify?
she took away the app store.
I forgot. Yeah, listen, I feel this I did not know that was possible. I still don't know how that's possible, and I don't ever want to know because I don't want my mom to know.
Yeah.
Because she'll do it. She'll be like, okay, let me see your phone.
Yeah, no, she did away the app store.
But you don't let that bother you. Like,
no.
it's like small things like setbacks in life. You don't let that take over our lives. You still live your life. Do crazy things. I mean, not as crazy as Alexis. We don't talk about that.
We'll speak on that.
But so what does that have an effect on you? Like, how do you still go on without like having your phone? Because a phone is literally everything.
Yeah.
In this school and these days and everything.
Well, I mean, I still have my phone somewhat, so I can still kind of like use it for certain things, but it kind of sucks because whenever people are like, oh, did you listen to this new song? And I'm like, I can't, it's restricted. Or like people are like, let's go out. I'm like, I can't, I'm grounded. Like, people don't understand that not everybody's parents are as like open.
The same, right?
So they tend to be like, hey, let's go out. And I'm like, I can't. And they're like, you're so lame. And it's just like, okay, well, you think that, but I actually have parents who care about me. So
yeah, I have a friend who is able to do a lot of things. I'm just like, dude, I wish I could do that.
Me too.
But then I'm like, I mean, do I really want to? Because it's dangerous. It's very dangerous. Because drinking and all that partying. I'm not going to hate on that stuff because, people are people. But,
at me.
But, you guys, just because you can't do things that your friends can't do, that doesn't make you lame or any less of a person. People just have different families, different parents,
Yeah, for sure. Like, regardless of everything I've gone through and like the fact that I constantly am grounded, like I still can have relationships. Like, I still have a lot of friendships.
Like, grounded? Like, you just like ever since 7th grade?
Like, I have
7th grade, 8th grade, 9th grade, 10th grade, like for 4 years? How does like on and off?
Wow. Okay, so kind of on and off, but like sometimes my parents will let me like do certain things and they'll let things slide and then they find something out and then they ground me again. I'm just like, rip. But basically I haven't been able to go out since 7th grade. But I mean, I can go out with my family, but like if I want to go out with my friends, my family has to be there. And I'm also not allowed home alone. Also, it just sucks. Don't get in trouble.
Don't get in trouble, kids. The only thing because you think of me probably as a good kid, right?
Yes.
Because I literally don't do anything at all. I just think of myself as lame. But there's actually one thing in my life that I've ever done that's bad. I'm not going to say what I did, okay? Let's just say that it was freshman year and I was so gullible. And I met this guy from like Singley. And I went to... Where'd I go? I didn't sneak out. I lied to where I was going. And I said I was going to walk around like that neighborhood. And I didn't. And I think my grandma and my aunt knew that I was doing something I wasn't supposed to because I got dressed up. And I never like put perfume. I did that one time. So I met up with him. And my mom found out.
Yeah.
And then my grandma came, picked me up. And this was before when I guess I was a little bad. A little bit.
Okay.
So I told her, you can't get mad at me. I'm going to start talking to guys, blah, blah. And literally, guys, that same day, my mom didn't even care. Like, I didn't get my phone taken away or anything. I know, like, at all. But now, like, because my mom is young. So she's just, over the years, she's been growing into, like, being more and more strict. And I'm just like, ugh. So if I did that this year, she would murder me, take away everything. Probably find out about that restricting thing your mom has.
Probably.
But, I don't know, I'm the type of person, over, like, the summer, I could get away with so many things, but I don't because I just don't want to have any secrets. And that's the type of person I guess I want to be.
Well, that is very, very freaking good. Like, the way... I'm so happy you have that mindset. Like, bro, I wish I had that.
But listen, like, I'm just... I don't know how to explain what I am. Very complicated being, but...
Me.
She's getting these texts, guys. She's making these faces.
No, because like anyway. Okay, so relationships... freaking complicated.
They are.
Don't date.
Yeah.
Don't.
I remember back in freshman year, I so wanted a boyfriend, and I would tell that to
no.
my aunt's friends because they were seniors, and they're like, "Don't get a boyfriend." I said, "I want a boyfriend." Had my experience. I said, "You know what? I'm just gonna do me, guys. I should have listened to everybody."
Yeah.
But that's okay. So, that was Alexis, guys.
Yes.
Follow her, luv.alexis
With 3
S's. Yes, and if you, she was kind of featured in my other podcast because her response.
Oh yeah.
It was her response. So this is her in the in the voice.
In the flesh.
In the voice, and you guys, she's amazing, super cool.
Thank you.
And I hate when millennials say this. They say dope. Like I hate saying.
Ew,
I'm sorry.
dope.
I hate dope.
You
like,
hate dope?
Yes, I hate that word.
You hate
so
dope? I say that word all the
much.
time.
And every movie that's like.
I don't.
Oh, they say, bro. I'm like, they're gonna say it. They're gonna say it. That's dope, and I'm like, I guess so.
You hate it? I say that.
I know you say it. And it gets me cringe. I hate that so much. All right, guys. Officially, I'm gonna say bye. I hope you have an amazing Wednesday. The school.
Merry Christmas.
The week's almost over. And tune in for my podcast on Saturday. I love you all. Oh yeah, follow me on Instagram, Alicia_the_great with 2 T's. And if you want to be featured as well, just hit me up in my DMs. Nothing weird. And that's it. So I love you all. Have an amazing day. Bye.